Hello and welcome to flexibility and mobility. This is for all levels. This is just to move your body in all different ranges of motion. It's great for anything really. If you've been working at your desk for a while and need a bit of a break, awesome. If you've been training really hard and your muscles are sore, perfect. If you need to work on your flexibility and mobility, also, this is a great program to use. So, all you need is a mat. The floor that I'm training on is soft, so I don't need a mat, and comfortable clothing. All right, so let's get started. I want to start with, you're on your knees, one leg forward, one leg back, and you've created a 90-90 angle with both. Okay? Now what I want you to do is take that back hip and drive it forward. Depending on what your mobility is in your hip flexor will dictate how much you can drive forward. I don't want it to be so much that there's discomfort. I want you to feel a release in that back hip flexor. Okay, come back. Switch. Something of note, you have your hip here. I want you to have a slight pelvic tilt where your pelvis comes up to your nose before you start to push forward. You'll feel a little bit more of an intensity in that hip flexor. The amount of time that you spend in these is just about when you feel that release. Switch back. See if you can come even more forward. You want to feel almost a sigh in that muscle that shows that it's starting to release. Good, now we're going to stay in this position, and I want you to take that lead leg and I want you to drive it back and straight, creating lengthening through your hamstring now. Yes, and then go back to your hip flexor. So this is flexibility and mobility. This is not a stretching session. This, to me, is taking your muscles, your ligaments, your joints through ranges of motion, creating that mobility. Still slow and controlled. Last one. Drive forward. Drive back, and with each time I want to see if you have more range of motion. Oh, beautiful. Switch. Drive your hips forward. Bring your hips back. Straighten that lead leg. Feel it in your hamstring. Come back. Oh, I feel it way more in my right hamstring. My goodness. And back. Last one, forward. There we go. Relinquish muscles. Relax. Oh, good job. Okay, child's pose. I want you to have what's called a wide expression, just meaning that your knees are wider than your hips. And I want you to bring your hands forward, letting your head sink between your shoulders. So don't drive your shoulders all the way down. I want you to keep your arms straight and sink your head and neck through and feel a release in the back of your head and your neck. Big breath here. Now walk your hands to one side. I want you to feel lengthening in the opposite side that you walked to. Breathe into that side. Bring it back. Nice and fluid. Don't rush. And then off to the other side. so you can feel the lengthening. Back to center. While you're in center, I want you to drive your hips forward into a cobra. If you have low back challenges and this is way too intense for you, here's your modification. You're in your child's pose. You drive forward to your forearms. Okay? It's going to be a lot milder in the low back. So you're just oscillating through that child's pose to cobra. If it feels really good in this cobra, whether you're on your forearms or not, you can shift your shoulders side to side. What you'll notice is a lengthening all the way down to your hip flexor. Back. 2 more of these. Nice and flowy. Last one. From here, you're going to go into a plank position, high plank, and you're going to bring your right knee to your right wrist and settle down. Depending on the mobility in your glute is how much you can bring this ankle up or down. The closer it is to your body, the easier it'll be on your glute, and the more you can make this parallel with your body, oh, it's so tight, the more challenging it'll be. Good, back to that high plank, switch. We're gonna go flow through this. Back to your high plank, switch. If this feels really good to you and you've got lots of mobility here, walk forward and then flow up, plank, switch. Make sure you make a pause between each moment. Walk forward so your body can settle in. One more on each side. Forward, if you can, come down. Up. Plank. Switch. There you go. Forward. Up. Plank. Good. Slowly lower yourself down. Make a T formation with your hands, like this. Now, you can see my legs in the back. I want you to bend one knee and lift it up, and then drive it over your midline so you feel that release in your low back. Your head is going to look in the opposite direction. Scorpion. And then bring it back, bend and switch, and change your gaze. Oh yeah. The goal here is to try and keep your shoulders on the mat as best as possible. Yeah. We're going to do 2 more on each side. Breathe into that spine. Feel that range of motion increasing. Switch. Last one on the other side. If you feel that you want to spend longer in some of these movements, absolutely do so. Next up, you're gonna lay on your back. Feet are flat, knees are bent. I want you to think of your legs as windshield wipers. We've just released our low back, so we're gonna continue to do so. We're also gonna feel lengthening through this side body. And then up, and switch again. Again, now you feel lengthening on the other side. Good job. Switch. We're gonna go there and back. One more time after this. If you feel like this is pretty manageable, you can always extend your top leg and straighten your bottom leg. That intensifies it quite a bit. Good. Now I want you to have your legs straight. You're going to take your right leg, bring it up as high as you can, open it up away from your midline, and then bring it down. Don't hit your water bottle. Whoop, there. So again, you're going to go up, out, and around, really working on the health of that hip joint. If at any time you feel like you need a pit stop, maybe here for the hamstring, maybe here for the inner thigh, take those. 2 more. Last one. Up, out, and around. Awesome. Other side. Up, out. Notice if you have more mobility in one side compared to the other. Most do. My left challenges me less. Up, out, and around. Try your best when you come up, whatever height you created, try and maintain it as you open up. If you don't have that mobility, your leg's gonna try and tuck in, last one, to your midline more. Lovely. Last thing, bend through your knees, drive them in. Hug your knees to your chest. Slowly rock through your spine. Rock up, crisscross your legs. I want you to slowly roll down through your spine, tucking your chin, feeling it in the back. Roll forward. Come down as best as you can. This can be a glute and low back challenge. I want you to rock side to side and roll back up. 1 vertebrae at a time. Big breath. Exhale, tuck your chin and roll through your spine. Roll up, drive your shoulders up, push them back, bring them down. This is the posture that I want you to set for the day. So do it again. Drive your shoulders up, push them back, drive your shoulders down, slight tilt of your chin. This is our posture that we want to maintain for the rest of the day. Good job. Thank you for taking the time to move your body through full range of motion.